Hey guys, it's me, Storms Bunnies, and welcome back to the forest. So it's been a long time since I've done a forest video. I'm just checking my YouTube channel now. It's been about a year ago since I did one. Maybe a little bit longer, because YouTube doesn't really tell you too much. I could click on the individual videos and find out the exact data mark, but let's just go over a year ago. So yeah, let's jump in and I'll show you what I've been doing on the forest. It's been a slow, long work in progress. And for those who are wondering, yes, this is legit. It is day 918. Day 1000 is not far away. That is how much work I've put into this this game as well. So let's go have a look. Also, I now do duplications. I got fed up of doing a lot of things by hand, so I'm now on the duplication side of things where possible. Excuse me. And that's made things a little bit easier. Hopefully we don't crash. It's still a bit of an issue, but it is what it is. And so this is going to be a really I'm going to try and get it done as quickly as possible, and hopefully we've got daylight to sort of see what's happening on that. So there you are, daylight's coming up. So this is the main base. Not much has changed here. I've changed the roof on this building here, and we'll go have a quick look at that now. So what I've done is I've put a zip line inbound, and that comes in from 2 new additional buildings that are out there. So they're the that's one new zip line coming in. These zip lines go down to there, that building there that you just saw, and this one. We'll go have a quick look down this way first, because then we can come back up. This one down to the yellow that's down on the ground that you can see there, almost along the zip line, is a new building that I've been building for a while, that I've got completed. There's probably a little bit of work to be done on this, but yeah, it's not much. It's probably just adding shelves and things like that. So yes, there's another building over there in the distance that you can probably see. Let's go check it out. It's a lot of stairs, I understand that. So that goes over, just over to that way there, which is heading towards the Chainsaw Cave, which is, we're looking at the Chainsaw Cave right now. So Chainsaw Cave's right there where my arrow's pointing. There needs to be a few lamps put in here. Okay, so I stuffed up here. There's meant to be a what do you call it? A custom foundation thing. 2 of these. So one in that corner and one in that corner there. Oh, and one there, but I can chuck those in later. Okay. So lamps are ready to be finished there. Lots of little side projects that I can be doing. that I can do, sorry, to you know, keep me busy and stuff. But I've got a lot of big projects that I'm trying to tackle as well, and that one was a big one. So the foundation for that is pretty high. It costs about 400 logs. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to put I think I'm gonna put walls in that there. Alright, so here it's just pretty much you know, this ridiculous high custom foundation. I may put another zip line going that way eventually, but then you've got to you know, you've got to put little stopover bases, as I call them, because your zip lines only go for 15 ropes long. So here we'll just have a quick look here. Not much really going on here. It's just you know, a big sort of area for future expansion and stuff like that, and primarily for the logs. If I decide to not duplicate the logs and just cut them down by hand. But also I can add a tower, say in this part here, in this area, and I can, you know, send zip lines going that way and potentially that way, and then you come over to just over here past the pond as well, and I could potentially send more zip lines out that way. So I could be building zip lines here in this game all day, which I think it probably will happen eventually, but it's a lot of work just to get in and, you know, get stuff done. One of the biggest issues is the game will crash on you randomly, and that is whether you're trying to save or even when you're just playing the game. So it's a bit of a frustration. One thing I've noticed that's helped is by getting rid of log carts tend to help, and unused assets, sorry, such as log holders and things like that. That can sort of help. Okay, that's a little problematic, but I don't know if I really want to mess around with that, because I've got to put in this zip line again. That's problematic too. Okay, that's an issue. That is a big issue. Oh crap. I've got myself stuck in here. So that is an issue that I've not discovered. Let's just get me out of here. So I've just discovered a new problem that I didn't even know about. Right, so yeah, just discovered a new problem, but it is one of those things, like, you know, you do these things and that, and you sort of think, oh, it's alright and it's fine, and then all of a sudden you play the game and it's sort of not alright, and yeah. That's a bit of a pain in the bum. That's disappointing. Pretty sure I tested it and it was fine. But obviously the those sticks can no longer be in the way of that zip line, which I'm pretty sure they are. Where is that zip line? Not that one. Yeah, okay, they've got to go. They have got to absolutely go. Probably just the one light up would work, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, excuse me. Okay, now we'll head back over to the middle part, and I'll sort of show you what is transitioning over that way. So we won't take that zip line because that one goes to the main base, and it doesn't actually drop you inside the base. It only drops you right at the gate, which is pretty good. But we'll go to this one here. It sort of drops you on the top land up there, and just past the fence. Okay, so we have two zip lines here. The one from the tower on the right hand side, which is that one there, that tower there, that's an inbound zip line, and it comes in on this level here, and that one there goes to the building. There is going to be another zip line or two be put into this building, one which will come from here just over to that one there, or you could just, you know, walk it. You know, it depends if you want to be lazy or not. It's more all about sort of like, you know, just jumping on zip lines and going to where you want to go sort of relatively quickly. So let's go over to the next area. I got rid of all the stuff that was here, the lots of big stairs, and they've sort of, you know, been replaced with these tower type things. Okay, yeah, that zip line here goes pretty much down to that tower down there, the one that I fell off and I had to cut my way out of. Excuse me. So the fertile lands is pretty safe if you know what you're doing. And I can explain that to you. Yeah, that's going to be an issue if that stays there. But pretty much what I did was I blocked off cannibal routes, and I can briefly show that for you. I should have showed you earlier, but I can show you now because I'm not too far away from it. Okay. So right about here I put in a fence. I'm thinking about putting a gate in here later on, just for the sake of you know, having a gate there. But that is essentially a route that I've blocked off straight across there. And yes, I'm doubling back over what I've, you know, the area I've just been, but that's my fault. I'll wear that. And then up here I put in this fence here. So along with that fence there is another one that I put in way further up this way. I'll just recharge the stamina for a minute. But essentially those those perimeters and those fences had pretty much stopped the cannibals from coming into this area. Like they do come up there, and I don't know, you know, how often they were sort of they would come up if you didn't have those there. But it just tends to sort of slow them down, and the amount of cannibals that I see in the base up there, it's literally like none. And then I've just put this this fence here. So we'll quickly go back up this way and just use the zip lines again. Just easier and quicker. But yeah, in here, I rarely get cannibals in here. The other week I had spoiler alert. If you haven't finished the game, and you don't want to hear this part, just tune out right about now, because I'm about to potentially, you know, spoil the game for anyone who hasn't finished the game. But in this area here, about a week ago, I had Mutant Megan, which is the end boss, who can spawn in if you continue the game, and I had to take care of her in here. I've had the worm come in here as well, and you know, just try and do some stuff. But generally, even with that gate open, I rarely get cannibals in this area at all. Like, never get cannibals, almost. Occasionally you'll get like one or two, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I've just covered the what do you call it, the cannibal route blocking. Let's head off to this area again, take 2, and we will have a look at another area that looked a lot messy in one of my earlier videos. It was probably the very first video, actually, I think. Okay. Excuse me. Go up here. Don't worry about my dodgy stairs. Okay, so now this zip line goes pretty much all the way to that building that we were just in. This zip line to this land here, and there's a zip line coming in to here, and one going over to this way. Let's go have a look at this area here, because this area has had a massive change. Okay, so in this area here, it was a little bit smaller, I think, but I since expanded it out, and I spent a lot of time in this area collecting logs. Like, there were like hundreds of log holders all in this area here, and my initial design idea was to do sort of like an L shape like this here, where it sort of goes down that way, comes across this rock, and then comes across here, and then links up with this one here in sort of like an LU shape type thing. And then I would you know, build these sorts of things here and stuff like that. And then I couldn't get the design right, and then it sort of made sense to me later on that you know, is that a, oh no, it's just a what do you call it, that little thing right there at the edge of my eye. I thought it was a cannibal in there. It's one of these things, one of the fire torch things, or whatever you call them. Skull lamp, that's it. But yeah, this design here with pretty much where I've implemented these sorts of things here and that, and just the stick fences, has made it a little bit cheaper in terms of the amount of logs you need to build these sorts of things. Okay, let's grab something to eat. Okay. So we'll head over to the plane base, and not much has really changed over there. Some new additional features and some new buildings. I'm pretty sure this building is new here, but it's part of the you know, just the quality of life sort of thing that I've sort of, you know, given this. So, you know, you've got your zip line going that way. It only goes up yeah, 2 levels. I chucked this zip line in here recently just to make it a little bit easier. You know, straight down to here and you're done. I built a little bit of an armory in here. You know, supplies and stuff, some food racks. I wouldn't mind redesigning it though, because I feel it's just a little too small. And what I mean by is a little too small, it just feels like there's not much room in that there. So I've got plenty of logs here to do it. You know, a ton of logs in that there. Oh, I got rid of the log holders that were here. There was like 2 lots there. Moving on, I built this here, which essentially means I can put a houseboat down there and I could travel back and forth and put logs onto it from there. Hello, we've got a visitor. Can I get a headshot on him? I wonder. Oh, you bastard, you ducked. Headshot. So I've got like 3 body shots on him and 1 headshot. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get some drinks. Just so I've got something to drink. Can I sleep yet? Yes, I can. So I might just do that in a minute. Can't carry any more meat trays. That's right. Meds, alcohol, cans of drink. The one thing that I don't know if any people do or don't know about is if you save at the plane, which I have, and I've got like a base here, and say you build a base around your plane, whether it's a big base like this or just a small one or medium or whatever, put a save point there, okay? Number 1. Number 2, if your plane is like this and you can't exactly get into it, put some stairs into it as best as you can, and just try and make it so that you don't catch on anything. That can be a little tricky, and it might take a few attempts to build that. And number 3 is when you save at the plane, and I stress this, when you save at the plane and you start at the plane and you reload into the plane area, I mean, is your supplies will respawn at the plane. So every time you go to save and you save at the plane, or your plane is not too far away from your base, go back to your plane and go get some supplies, because they're going to respawn it. You'll get, you know, the same amount of cans of drinks that it gives you, meds, the free food trays and stuff like that. Take advantage of that. There are duplication methods for duplicating things like medication and booze and stuff, but I haven't learnt how to do those yet. But it is handy to just, you know, quickly go and get it if it's not too far away and you've got your supplies ready to go. So I'll just wait a minute and I'll sleep because I want daylight. Okay, that will do it. Okay, let's go have a look at this area here. And this area here still is a little problematic with the zip line and stuff. So I'll jump off midway. But I'm thinking of knocking this tower down here, this building down, and essentially rebuilding this thing here. It's not the greatest building, but I think I can come up with something a little bit better and something where the zip lines will actually work. But we'll see anyway. Is there any food down here? I'll just come charging in. Yes, there is. Good. Okay. The rock wall here is supposed to stop you from flying off over the edge from this zip line here when you're coming in. It does work, but it only works after you've done it once. So now that I've come up here, if I come back here later on, it will actually stop me. It's to do with the items sort of spawning in and actually, you know, taking effect of, you know, doing what they actually are, instead of what they seem to be doing is they seem to be spawning in and then they're not acting as what they're actually meant to be until you've gone past it. Like it's like a delay in the assets, you know, acting as a wall, so to speak, which is pretty much what it is, you know. Plenty of trickery over here. If you're on an empty stomach and you've got a lot of trickery like this, you eat about 10 and you're pretty much full. It'll fill you back up. So I like to, you know, collect it and have enough. That'll do. Alrighty. Onwards we go. So this one here is you know, a little stopover base, although it's not little, it's quite big. But I'm thinking of just coming through and redoing the whole design with that newer design that I've come up with you know, using the sticks and saving some logs and that, because I feel it just looks a little bit nicer for me personally, you know. But yeah, for now it's doing its job, which it's just, you know, you just go up the stairs, use the zip line to travel back to where you came from or travel in a new direction. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we've got a zip line here. This took a little bit to get this right, and you can see my dodgy building is not square at all. But yeah, that's a problem with lining everything up and so forth. Alright, let's go. So that wall there kicked in and actually did what it was meant to do. What I'm thinking of doing here is I'm thinking of doing a zip line from here down to there, and then maybe one from here over to there if it'll reach that far. I think that will, because 15, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that will reach. I mean, it's further. It's not as far as this one. I mean, that one there is further away than that one there, so that should be fine. And I probably should do a zip line from here down to there, but if I want to just go down there, all I have to do is just run and jump here for now, and I'm in the water and I'm safe. So some things have changed here. There were like a ton of log holders in the very first few videos that I did. I got rid of them. There was a mess of towers here, which just were a mess. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, if you want to see them, go back and have a look at my older videos on YouTube. They weren't too badly. They did the job, you know, back then. But back then, I didn't know all the new building techniques and, you know, different methods that I have been using and so forth, as to what I'm doing sort of now. So that pretty much covers this area here. I'll just quickly show you over here that I still had intentions of putting those things up, which is the towers of the walkways, but I don't know if I want to do that anymore, because it's just, you know, you just got to put a lot of effort and resources into that. But having said that, they are there, and yeah, I guess I'll you know, I'll deal with this when I sort of come to this area again. I don't even know if I put ropes up there. No, I didn't even put climbing ropes on them. So I had an idea of putting a lot of those around the forest, but I think I'll just I'll stick to the little base ideas things maybe, and maybe put some of those around. I don't know yet. Because what you've got to do is if you're doing it solely, you've got to have you know, I guess how do you put it? You just got to have the patience to deal with these, you know, these cannibals and whatever have you. And you know, for me personally, I just like to build the little bases and then start building, you know, these little projects, so to speak, and you know, carry on like that. Is there any water over here? No, there's not. Okay. We'll just have some Coke. Coke or Fan or whatever you call it. Alright, let's go back and have a look. The opposite end, which is heading towards the snow. By the time we get there, it'll probably be dark. there's a tower over there, which, to be honest, where am I going? I don't know. Don't ask me what I'm doing, because sometimes I don't even know. Which I don't know why I sort of built it, I just did. Yeah, I'm thinking of, you know, connected to here, but at the moment it is like, the priority level for that is like 1, whereas everything else has a priority level of like 10, you know, on a scale, you know what I'm sort of saying, like, it's, yeah, not on the priority scale. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. I'm pretty sure I built a, yeah, I built a zip line over there, as you can sort of see, it's just coming into, you know, into spawn now. So I can go over there and have a look, but I haven't got a zip line coming back. So it's a pain in the bum, and there are sharks in that water, so when you're building and stuff, you've got to have someone else with you, and it's just, yeah, a messy thing. My dodgy stairs again. Okay, a lot of travelling. Oh crap, you're in here with me, aren't you? Oh, hello. They got them just stuck in there. Wow. So I've never seen the cowman, it's like he's got a face, hasn't he? Wow. I've never actually seen him that sort of still before, because normally he's charging around like a maniac. Let's get out of here. Leave them in there. And I can't use the door. Now again. Alrighty, we want this zip line here. Yep, that's the one. Okay. This one's ridiculously high. I had to make it this high to get above, I guess, the trees on it. Well, not above the trees, but nearly above the trees. Like some of these ones, I'm, you know, level with the tips of them. Okay, alright. Let's see if this tower actually stops me. I tested it once, but obviously the last one that was down there, I fell off the edge, and now I've got to do a patching me goddamn fence. Thank you to Forest. Yeah, that's annoying. I come down a set of stairs here, he jumps from here to there somewhere and he takes a hit. So I really got to work on fixing that and sort of eradicating that, because you can just become charging down the stairs and next thing you know he just drops like that and takes a bit of health. It is super annoying, trust me. But that's, you know, the builder's fault. I can't blame any of you guys for that. Only myself. Alrighty, let's go zip line over here. So some of my plans for this, which I have sort of thought a little bit about, includes getting rid of that building over there and merging that building into this one, and then putting a level or two on this one and putting a new building over there, replacing that, and having the similar sort of thing, but on like a sorry, on like a smaller scale sort of thing. There's a lot of things that, you know, that I sort of have to sort of move out of here, you know, all this sort of stuff, and you know, you just sort of rebuild it or copy it and put it into that one. I sort of like this one at the moment because it's the first one that I built. However, I feel that it's time for a change. Time to sort of, you know, make things a little bit better, I guess, again. Like I've got like a heap of skin here that I've got to come collect. I've got these here to build. There's an effigy, the first one that me and my cousin built. But yeah, that's sort of the thought of you know, putting it all into that one there. It's definitely not definite yet, but you know, there's some things that I need to, you know, decide on and so forth. Alrighty, let's go over here. So again, I'm looking at building a new tower here, potentially taking up this area here and taking it down to about sort of here, so I can have zip lines going as well as over from here to there, but then from here down to say that area down there. Whoops, okay. Just wasted an arrow, it's alright. So at the moment I'm stockpiling some logs. So let's go have a look over at the towards the partial snow, I guess, because this area has snow in it and then the next area doesn't have snow in it. Sort of does, sort of doesn't. Okay. So this is an area that I've been working in for a little while. Sort of big. The stairs were here and it sort of went out as far as that tree line there, I think. But then I cut it back all this way and realigned it so it went more in line with that pink one up there where my arrow is, not the green one. But the green one's a little stopover base between here and there. But yeah, I've got, yeah, this here, just a little tiny one of these things here, and I'm going to sort of connect it up to the green one. We're running out of daylight, but I'll quickly show you this green one. And that'll pretty much just about wrap up this video, I think. So there's going to be a zip line from that tower there up to here. This one here, I've just got to build this one up high enough to get above the wall that's in front of us, because the front of the plane's just right up here. So as you can see, it's not quite high enough just yet. So I need to build it, substantially higher. Let's go and have a look up there, what I'm doing up in the snow. It's nearly all connected. It's been a long process. But, oh god. Wow, I've never had that before. Okay, just got to spam the jump button a bit. So there's a new little tower just from here to there. Same basic concept. Excuse me. And that'll connect up to the to the snow area finally, and I might be able to concentrate on building some more stuff in here. That is I think that's the exit cave when you come out from finishing the game over there. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got done. I eventually intend to build more zip lines going this way and have it connected in sort of like a circle way, a circle rather, and have zip lines going left, right, and center all the way down that way. But that is pretty much what I've been working on. So just a few things of making travel a little bit easier, making things a little bit more sort of friendly, user friendly in that, quality of life sort of improvements and stuff. But it is a long work in progress. Like I'm day 918 or something like that. Nearly 1,000 days into this. If I had known about duplicating logs and other items that you can duplicate solo, I'd probably be only up to around day 300. But unfortunately I didn't know a lot of that, so a lot of the time I just spent a lot of days, in-game days, and as well as real life days, just chopping down trees, going to collect sticks, collecting rocks, collecting skull lamps, collecting fuel, rinse and repeat the same thing over and over again, and dealing with enemies, dying a few times, and fart-assing around on that, and it's led me to where I am, where I am now. So I can't go back and change it. What I can do is, just learn from it and sort of, just go a little bit quicker than what I was going, which I am. It's, a lot quicker now. I do have to, get a mate in or two to help duplicate the logs on that, because I can't do it as a host. But yeah, it's fine, and I'm happy with that, and yeah, I'll get there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did, enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I don't really care. As I said, I don't really do this for anything really. It's just rather, you know, showing people what I do, and you know, showing you that hey, you can build over in the fertile lands there, and if you build something similar to what I built, where you've, you know, blocked the cannibal rats on that, you can have a relatively safe base over there, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. You can, you know, chuck 100 million friggin' houses or whatever in there and have it your own layout, but you can know that it is safe over there, you know, because I can show you that it is, you know, 110% safe. So as again, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.